What is happening, everybody? It's Shidosha the Fly Guy, and as per your request, I am here to give you guys my thoughts in a quick review of the game Destiny. I haven't got too far with all of the classes yet, my highest being the Hunter, but I did play with the Titan and the Warlock. I'll be leveling up those as well. I really like the character creation interface. There's not too much into it. I mean, obviously you have 3 classes that you can use. It's pretty cool. I like it, you know what I'm saying? It's off the hook. But, you know, for the most part, you know, I created everything. You got more than enough classes to do so it's like, why not, right? But so that's straightforward. Create what you like. They all look good. I don't know why they got some sexy ass lips, but you can expect to see those when you create your character. Anyway, with that said, getting back to the game mode itself, let's talk about just the single player for now. We'll get into Crucible and all of that stuff later. So obviously the game throws you right in. It teaches you how the controls work. You can't exactly pause the game, so be careful when you're pausing and trying to adjust things. I had to pause the game to, you know, adjust my look sensitivity, and it was great. You know, like I said, works just fine. The interface is pretty straightforward, so I was able to find it, fix it real fast, and get back to the action, which is going to help because later on when you play things like the Crucible and things like that, when you want to switch your weapons mid-game, you're going to see how that works. But anyway, we're not talking about Crucible. Let's stick to single-player mode. So, a lot of people compare this game to an MMORPG. If you came into this game thinking you were going to get something like Final Fantasy XIV or Terra or World of Warcraft, you're in the wrong mind frame. Think more Phantasy Star Online. The game mode is kind of set like that. Again, you have the tower, you can hang out there and kind of, you know, chill with your friends, talk with a bunch of people. You can get a lot of people in the tower to hang out with you. And, you know, things like that. But when it comes to actually doing the story mode missions, you're in a small group similar to Phantasy Star. You got a little bit of people you guys can run inside. I won't call it completely confined because you are thrown on one of the planets, and if you want, you can kind of you can deter from, you know, where you're going. But for the most part, once you get to the story-specific areas, it's going to kind of confine you to that area. But again, that's neither here nor there. It's pretty awesome though if you are playing the story mode. Also, another game mode that's pretty cool is the you can do some patrolling, some strikes and raids. I hadn't had a chance to do any strikes as of yet, but I did get a chance to do a little bit of patrolling in hopes that maybe a public event will pop up. I didn't get any yet, but, you know, obviously I'll stick with that. I really like the fact that you can do a little bit of mini missions, kind of to explore the area around you. A little, you know, little mundane stuff that you don't really have to commit to. It's great if you don't want to commit to any big missions or the story or anything like that, if your friends want to play catch up. And also, again, one more time I'll mention the Crucible. You can level up off that as well, but I want to dedicate a whole video to Crucible. So, in my opinion, how does the game fare? Again, it's great. I love the gameplay. It's really smooth, really consistent, really nice on both the Xbox 360 and the Xbox One. Now, obviously, it looks better on the Xbox One. I would recommend you getting it for that. But if you got it for the 360, I feel like you'll enjoy the experience as well. Overall, the player count on 360 is pretty dry. And, you know, obviously, right, because it's a past-gen console. It was marketed for the PlayStation, so I would expect more people on the PS3 and the PS4. And, you know, like I said, the game is available on the Xbox One. But if you made use of the deal that I had a deal that was, if you buy the game digitally for the Xbox 360, you also owned a copy of the Xbox One version for free. I did that, so I have both, and it paid off. So that way I get to play with all of you guys and do some of these events. Remember, guys, it's 1 to 3 players for the patrol or story kind of events. I think in time they'll be expanded when you get to the harder missions maybe, or once you do more public events, those things will expand. But again, if you have 1 to 3 people that you're willing to just converse with, hang out with, grind with, make sure they're good friends, because yeah, you're gonna be doing a lot of stuff for a while. So make sure you do that. Also, I really liked it. I thought it was awesome. I love fighting the big bosses and exploring these areas, finding new weapons, new items. There's always something new to see, and it's also great to at any given time while you're running through the game, you can run into another party who's doing the same, exploring, getting things higher level. You get to see how they work, a little bit of teamwork, and you still get experience even though somebody else killed them. Maybe not as much as them, but no, it still works out. So that's awesome. My recommendation, one more time, pick it up for the Xbox One or the PS4 if you can. If you can't, pick the game up digitally for the Xbox 360 or the PS3. That way you can get the upgrade later. It expires, I think, January 15th, 2015. That is the date, I think, January 15th, 2015. So yeah, that's going to be awesome. Pick the game up. It's great. I love it. You can also catch me playing this game on my live stream, twitch.tv/Shidosha. I'm going to be grinding it out. And if you've watched this entire video all the way through, check the description below. I actually have some keys for you guys to get some cool unlockable emblems for your characters that work on both the Xbox and the PlayStation consoles. You just have to redeem it on Bungie.net. And hopefully you guys pick it up. I want to play with you guys. Again, I have an Xbox One now. I got it. So go ahead and add me or follow me, whatever you got to do. If you have this on Xbox 360, send me a message. I will play that game with you first chance I get. Can't guarantee it because a lot of people want to play. And again, the story mode missions are 1 to 3 players. So make sure you don't have too many people bombarding you like I do. Alright? And with that said, guys, I'm out of here. Check the next video when it drops. I will have information for you guys on the Crucible.